I'm Dave and welcome to day 23 of RPGaDAY 2015. Today we've got another guest video presenter, which is great. I love it when we have the guests on here. It's fantastic. Today we have Ole Peder Giæver, co-author of Itras By, which is a surreal RPG. I mean, I've been working on an RPG about dreams for God knows how many years now, so the idea of this RPG sounds brilliant. What could be more surreal than dreams? Definitely going to have to check that one out. Anyway, he's very kindly volunteered to do what could be one of the trickier topics for the whole of RPGaDAY 2015, which is perfect game for you. So what is the perfect game for you? Let's find out what he has to say.
Hi, welcome to this RPGaDAY video. My name is Ole Peder Giæver. I'm the co-author of Itras By, a surreal role-playing game. Today is 23rd of August, and the question of the day is, what is the perfect game for you? Personally, I've played role-playing games for about 24 years, since I was about 10 years old, and I've touched on various games. I started off with D&D Basic, like many other people, and today I play in a D&D 5 campaign, and I have a lot of fun. I'm a cleric of light, and the thing with this edition is that the cleric of light gets access to the fireball spell, which is pretty awesome. But I've also tried out various other games throughout the years. I have a dear friend called Mathias Holter, who's also a Norwegian game designer. He introduced us to a lot of the Forge games coming out of the Forge. Started off with games like My Life with Master, tried out Dogs in the Vineyard, Lacuna we tried, Primetime Adventures, ran a campaign of that. 2010, that's post-Forge, I think. We had this game called Apocalypse World, came out. I ran a campaign with that. I was very impressed with the MC moves. That list you got, where you can just like look down on the list whenever you're unsure what to do, confused. Check out the list, pick something, hit the move that, and it runs like a wheel. It's very smooth. I've also been interested for the past 2 or 3 years in the stuff they're doing in, especially in Denmark. They have this great freeform scene. They're doing these at Festival every year, which is like a convention. They write their own scenarios, various topics, often rules light, but with like strong mythology. Last year I played a game called the Three Jesus of Ypsilanti, which is based on like a real life medical experiment in the 60s where you had 3 psychiatric patients who all thought they were Jesus Christ, and you put them in a therapy session. And the scenario was based on that, and it was very intense experience. Also, a Danish, not festival, but another convention. I played a game called 600, based on Chuck Palahniuk's, like a Fight Club author. He wrote a book called Snuff, which is basically about the world's biggest gangbang. Yeah, and it was awkward as hell, but it was good. You know, we were 2 male players and 2 female players, and then the GM, and we played this game and like took it seriously. Of course, it was awkward, and it was fun, it was humor, but it was good. We make some games up here in Norway as well. Mathias, whom I mentioned, he made this game called Zombie Porn, and that's fun as well. As I seem like quite the freak now, but this is kind of like the role-playing game's answer to that joke, the aristocrats. If you've seen that, like the comedians tell a joke for themselves. It's like an acquired taste, I guess you could say. We put out this anthology of small games, and guess who has a game in there as well? Is Mathias. he wrote a game. No, it's not in there actually, but it's on the blog. And the system we use is balloons and cuddle puddle. That's part of the system. You have to get in like a cuddle puddle on the floor, on top of each other with balloons. And it was okay. But what is the perfect game for me? Am I freaking you out? I hope not. This is just you gotta try stuff. You gotta like try sample stuff and be out there and give stuff a chance. But what games have I played for the longest? I played in a Shadowrun campaign for 6 years. 6 years. I don't understand the system of Shadowrun. Every single session I had to ask Magnus, my good friend, Magnus, what do I roll now? What is what are the rules? And he would tell me very patiently. But we had good fun. And why? It was because I was with my dear friends, Magnus, Evan, Stig. These guys, like 5 to 7 guys, mostly guys, some girls, I've been playing with for about 16 years. And we always kick ass. No matter what game, we find some kind of collective vibe that we're on, and we hit it, and it works. So my answer to today's question is getting long now. Sorry, Dave, I'm over time, but yeah. My answer to today's question is that my favorite game is the people I play with.
I'm going to have to agree entirely. Perfect game for me, for starters, would have to be contemporary or science fiction. I really don't get on with fantasy games at all, which is ironic considering the only game I'm in at the moment is fantasy. But I do quite like contemporary with weirdness going on, stuff like Cult, Mage, Conspiracy X, and stuff where the weird stuff's going on. Can't be a bit weird. But as I said before, it's all about the people you're playing with. Perfect game for me would probably be trying to recapture some of the magic that happened when I was playing Mage, which later became Cult, with Wife Debs and Stu, Edge and Tetch. There was just something about the game that everybody really identified with their characters, even though some of them were a bit strange and psychopathic goths. They all knew their characters perfectly. They played in character a lot. They played as a group of friends who kept going out and getting drunk in the middle of London while strange occult things were going on. And they kind of stumbled from adventure to adventure. But it was intense, it was fun, and it was just great. One day, maybe that game will live again. So what's the perfect game for you? Is it actually the game itself, or the people you play it with, or how it's played? Don't forget to download the image, boop, and to check out what the questions are for the rest of the month. Reply in the comments under the video, or post it on Facebook, Twitter, G+, all those kind of shenanigans. But don't forget to tag everything. RPGaDAY2015, and then we'll be able to find it, and people can join in the conversation. Until tomorrow, stay multi-classy. I hope I pronounced that right. Forgive me if I get that wrong.